Hello everyone. We have seen earlier that fiber refractive index profile measurement. Now that interferometric measurement, we can consider that what is the fringe displacement for the point within the fiber core that is measured here. The refractive index difference between a point in the fiber core and a cladding can be obtained from the fringe shift Q, which corresponds to a number of a fringe displacement. So difference in a refractive index, that is refractive index delta n, is equal to Q lambda by x. X is the thickness of the fiber flap and lambda is the incident optical wavelength. So the setup here, we can consider that here that is about 2 mirror here, and we are getting the delayed version of this particular signal using these two particular mirror there. So we can calculate that what will be the refractive index difference and this particular using the wavelength and the thickness of the fiber slab there. So this we can consider that refractive index profile that is obtained from the interference pattern. Because of that, we can have a delay or that mirror is used. Again, another method is about the interferometric method that is used for the fiber refractive index profile measurement. So in which the same we have laser here, that beam splitter. Then different mirrors are used, and we will get the output at the detector with a delayed one. And the same concept is used to measure the refractive index profile. And because of that particular variation in this particular delay there, so we are getting the refractive index change in this particular pattern there. Here we consider that a optical fiber, then we have a beam splitter, then a different mirror here, and then a different delay, different measurement, original signal, then a delayed signal, and that delayed signal occur because of that whatever the intensity variation patterns of the given particular signal. Because when that signal from the delay and both are same, so then there will be the distributions of that particular charge will be different there. So according to that, we can find out based on this delay signal what is the refractive index using this particular method there. That is about, we have seen that refractive index profile method earlier case here, that is about the interferometric method, and now this one is about the near field scanning method. Now in this near field scanning method of a measurement of the refractive index profile, so we consider that the output from the Lambertian source, and that Lambertian source output is focused onto the end of the fiber using the microscope. That is about the, we can have the, this is about Lambertian source, we can have this particular microscope lens, and that is whatever the output comes from this given source, it is to be focused using the lens there. And due to that, a magnified image of the fiber output and is displayed in the plane. So that is about of a small active area of a photodetector. This photodetector scans whatever the field occur because of that particular lens there. So this photodetector scans the field, transversely receives amplification from the phase sensitive. Okay, because we can say that we are, that is about a given particular source, and that particular light is propagating through the fiber. Then a chopper is used, okay, and a lock-in amplifier is used. So that field is propagating, and that receives a amplification and a phase sensitive information through this particular lock-in amplifier or a particular chopper there. So that's why the profile, that refractive index profile, that for a given particular fiber can be recorded directly on the XY recorder. And this profile must be must be seen here. If you see, that's about, I think the diagram is not there. Okay, so that is about, we can use this method for the measurement of this refractive index profile there. We can calculate, we can obtain that directly from this XY recorder, whatever the refractive index profile for this particular measurement technique. Generally, in this case, a 2 meter length of a fiber is used, and that is used for the measurement of a differential mode, attenuation, and a mode coupling there. This refractive index profile, so we can see here the same. Okay, that is there. So that about for a given particular fiber. Okay, so we can obtain here. Now next is about the measurement. So we can consider that a refracted near field method. So in this case, a experimental arrangement here, that's about the A. We have a focus input beam. Then this one is about a fiber. Light launcher, that is from the focus beam. And some of the signal is detected. Okay, that is from the given particular fiber position there. So we can, or we can have detected the index matching oil or opaque screen. This one is about your fiber, and the detected optical power as a function of the radial position of the input beam P of R is measured, and the value of P of A corresponding to the input beam being focused into the cladding. Okay, so you can find out what is the light propagating through the cladding and core. So that's why we can obtain the refractive index profile of the given particular fiber. So N of R is equal to N2 into N2 of cos of theta double dash. So we can find out that is about a whatever the power that is obtained there. This technique we can consider that is for the measurement of the that is whatever the refractive index profile there. So if we consider that whatever the theta max angle, we can consider that this one theta mean and theta max angle. Okay, so that is for the measurement of this particular fiber there. And in this case, we use a short length of the fiber so that we can find out a refractive index profile. So we can get the small spot of a light that emitted from the given particular fiber, and that is we'll get that particular measurement there. So we can have this particular a fiber measurement technique that is for this measurement of this refractive index profile. So this is about your measurement technique. Next about the fiber cutoff wavelength measurement. So we can calculate that a cutoff wavelength measurement. So in this case, we have a given fiber. We can launch a light through the fiber. We are receiving the signal. So configuration for the measurement of the uncabled fiber cutoff wavelength. If this one we consider that is about a single turn. Okay, single turn fiber. And this one is about a split mandrel. Okay, so this one is about, we are having split mandrel technique. And from this particular fiber, the number of guided modes mg is equal to pi A of lambda by lambda bracket square into n1 square minus n2 square. Then bend attenuation, that is obtained A of lambda is of lambda is equal to 10 log of Ps of lambda by Pb of lambda. How much is the power transmitted and how much is the transmitted spectral power there. We can calculate to the given particular fiber. So bend attenuation against the wavelength in the bending method of the measure for the given measurement of a cutoff wavelength. So that can be used. This one is the relative attenuation against a wavelength in the power step technique for the measurement of the cutoff wavelength. So in this case, relative attenuation or a level difference between the power launched into the multimode and a single fibers may be used. So this one is about your wavelength. They are about the attenuation, relative attenuation against the given wavelength. So another graph is about wavelength dependence of the spot size in the spot size technique for the measurement of the cutoff wavelength. Then next measurement is about the fiber diameter measurement. That is, what is the outer diameter? Okay, so we can consider that. What is the outer diameter of the given particular fiber? So we use a laser there, a collimator. These are the two mirror. Okay, so we have a fiber there, photo detector. Then we can print here what is the time interval for this particular detector. A pulse generator, that is for the reference here for the measuring this particular time interval there. Now this particular outer diameter measurement technique that we can use here for a given any particular fiber. It has a radiations loss or any loss is there, but we are using here the measurement of this particular fiber. So that is, we generally consider that for any measurement a spot size, and based on this particular spot or a projection we can do the measurement there online. But in this method a laser beam is swept at a constant velocity, and that is through the given particular fiber, and measurement is done that is based on this whatever the time interval with that fiber, intercept the beam and cast a shadow on a photo detector. Okay, so we can consider that given specific time where we are getting that particular shadow on this particular photo detector. The beam from the laser operating at wavelength. Okay, so here we consider that a specific wavelength, that is 0.6328 micrometer, and that is light is collimating using the two lanes, that is G1 and G2. Then this light is again reflected off from this two mirror M1 and M2, and this M2 mirror is driven by a galvanometer which makes it rotate through a small angle at a constant angular velocity. That's why that original, that we can say that a starting position. Okay, so for the given particular that we can obtain there. Okay, so because of that velocity there, so we can consider that a angular velocity, that is about the before and after for this particular measurement there. The laser beam which is focused in a plane of the fiber by lens G3, another lens is used, that is swept across the fiber by oscillating the mirror and is incident on the photo detector. The velocity of the fiber shadow thus created at the photo detector, and that is directly proportional to the mirror velocity. So we can calculate that is about the ds by dt is equal to L into d phi by dt, and this ds by dt is the velocity of the fiber shadow, and d phi by dt is the velocity of the mirror, that is the mirror velocity. Okay, that is directly proportional to whatever the light we are propagating through this fiber there. So detected at this particular distance from the mirror. Okay, so that's why we say that length L, the distance between the mirror and the photo detector. Then this shadow is registered by the photo detector as an electrical pulse of a width W, and which is related to the fiber outer diameter. D is equal to W0 ds by dt there. And this WE is nothing but we can consider that W, that is about the electric pulse of this particular width. So that is about your photo detector. Okay, so we can calculate that electric, and thus the fiber of diameter is determined and recorded on the printer. The measurement speed is largely dictated by the inertia of the mirror radiation, or we can say that rotation by this particular pulse, and its accuracy by the rise time of the shadow pulse. That is about your fiber outer diameter measurement. See, next we can say that what is the core diameter.